Hi, and here we are, episode 6 of FPL Top Dogs, Ballyonis. And here in the house, we should have 5 guys. We have William, the Hitman, Hitjob, Hitpiece, Hatchetman, Nestor in the house. We have Mark, the Oracle, as in the Matrix, Phillips. Then we have Aidan, the Starman, Phillips.
Hey guys, good to be here.
And we're all, obviously, Shane, the face. I want to call him the mouth, Luigi Healy, but he's the face. So hopefully he'll turn up later. Is he there? No. Okay, guys. Let's just. I've been working on a video for the FPL just to celebrate game week 1. So let's see what turns out.
Drum roll.
Yes, Vinny, let's go.
I hope you've.
Oh, I like it.
The guru.
Snowman.
Melting away. Wow.
Very good, Vinny, very good.
Excellent. You got a lot of stuff in there, Vinny.
Yeah, hopefully I'll have a different video at the end for the transfers. So as I want to just go through what's happened in the last week, just for a couple of minutes. You boys, if you think I'm stalling, just tell me to move on. Basically, here we go. So obviously Gareth Bale signed for Tottenham 2007 for 7 million from Southampton. A left back, went to Madrid in 2013, 86 million. Basically, he's won 14 trophies, 4 Champions League, 2 trophies. Sorry, a bit of feedback there. So anyway, just move on there. So Gareth Bale back in.
Do we know how much Bale is in fantasy? Have they announced a price yet?
Let's see. I don't think so. No, not yet.
So.
Not yet. I'm expecting.
He's not officially a Spurs player yet.
Oh, Vinny, I'd say up around 10.
Oh,
that's a 9.5.
That's a big risk, with his injuries and the like and everything. And he's got to get up to speed as well. I like Sergio Regolan. I think he's going to be really good at left back. All from Madrid. The whole deal for the two of them is 40 million, as it says here. So that's it. So he's arrived in the training ground today.
Let's see. So Vinny, time will tell.
Yeah, this is Bale today. Yeah, well, that's ego trip done there now.
Very good social distancing there from the Spurs fans. I like it.
Yeah.
Vinny, you have your Delhi cap on. I like that.
Well, yeah, we'll come to that in a minute. So
the fans like that. The fans like the Delhi cap. Show them the Delhi cap.
Yeah. Okay, Delhi. Well, Delhi's going to have to come off
gangster.
there.
It's gangster.
I think this is going to be quite a good team, good attack force. Right, so Tiago's gone to Liverpool.
Delhi is out
for them.
Delhi. Yeah, but while you're on Delhi is out the door. Delhi is going.
Yeah, I know.
Want him.
Okay, I have to take off my Delhi Hat, because I took him out of my team. I had no choice, and I've got somebody else in. So we'll come to the picks later. So
Lovely.
Tiago's a great signing. You know, he's a midfield, box-to-box type. I think about 24 million. And Liverpool have got Tiago Jota for 23 million. Apparently, he's in the pipeline as well, William.
Tiago Jota from Wolves, is it?
Yeah, Tiago Jota from Wolves, about 25 million, something like that. Yeah, that's the news anyway.
Can we get a pronunciation
No.
correction there? Tiago or Diogo or Diego?
We got Tiago Alcantara.
Yeah, Alcantara.
He's a good signing, but
Munich,
I mean, like, he's not gonna play down on the team sheet every week, like.
Surely, Vinny, he's too good to leave on the bench. I mean, you have to get him in there.
Yeah.
For fantasy.
I think
just the Liverpool team in general. Maybe not for fantasy, but
they're thinking will Wijnaldum, he might come in for Wijnaldum, that sort of place. So Ferran Torres has joined Man City from Valencia, I think. Really good right winger. He was a childhood fan of David Silva and also Joan Mata. So he's come in there to kind of do a Sané role, you know, and he can play left or right, but mainly right wing. So he's only 7 million in the fantasy. He could be definitely worth watching.
Yeah, I think don't touch him, to be honest.
We'll see how it goes, yeah, because you got also Riyad Mahrez as well to see how City play. That's why this week with Man United and City, I want to see how they get on against Palace and Wolves. You know, we've had a good look at Spurs and Everton and the others, Arsenals and the Chelseas. We know where we are a bit. Obviously, Aubameyang has signed for Arsenal. It's a terrific signing. There's not much in it between Bale and Aubameyang. They're both as important for North London clubs. And also we have the Solskjaer affair with Greenwood. He's back Greenwood, saying that he warned Gareth Southgate of England that he don't bring him, but he brought him to Iceland. And so he's kind of blaming the England setup for not, you know, Greenwood wants to let his hair down after a great season. So that's an Alex Ferguson play from his notebooks. So it's clever stuff. And I think Greenwood will probably feature. He'll have an arm around Greenwood. And that's all I have apart from. There's a lot of Chelsea news. Christian Pulisic, he's got a hammy. Chilwell out, Ziyech out. And Tiago Silva and Timo Werner is fit. Yeah, so Werner's fit. So a lot of change at Chelsea for this game week, lads.
Werner, I think, is the most transferred out player on fantasy this week. So interesting to see there that he's fit. And
it was a massive bang. Like they scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
God, did he get an assist? He might have got an assist for the Peno, but that was it.
Yeah, but did you see how quick he was? Did you watch him? Like he won the penalty. Like there's nobody as quick. There's no other striker as fast as him in the Premier League. I don't think anyway.
Supposedly, I've Havertz now on my team, and supposedly he's very disappointed.
Poor.
Yeah, but I think I had Havertz and Werner, and I'm playing my wild card tonight. I'm in the throes of making my final decisions. All Chelsea assets are out. All Spurs assets are out. And this is a stark warning to anyone listening. Do not pick any Spurs players whatsoever, because they have too many players. Their squad is massive now. And for FPL, you're just not guaranteed starters with any of them. Nobody's guaranteed to start bar Harry Kane, who's going to get injured, and Son, who's temperamental, so liable to get sent off.
William, can you just look at the screen share there and go through your team? You've done a wild card. You've been very good to show us.
Yeah, I've gone all in on midfield, and I've gone all in on Manchester players. Foden is massive value at 6.5. I don't mind if he starts on the bench. I'll start from the beginning with the keepers. I'm happy with the pick and stick, McCarthy and Nyland both playing keepers. I don't want to pay anything over 4.5 for a keeper all season long. Trent is staying in the team all season long, bar injury. I don't see value in spending on big premium defenders apart from one, maybe two, maybe a second one later on in the season. We'll see how it goes. Rhys James is a no-brainer after his performance at the weekend. Hopefully he'll play enough. Chelsea have a lot of fixtures, so they'll rotate. So I might get a bit let down there. Mitchell for Palace is, at the minute, he's an easy choice because Patrick Van Aanholt is out for a few games and Mitchell is guaranteed to start. Roy Hodgson really likes him as well. So even with Van Aanholt gets injured 3 times a season anyway. So Mitchell is his backup, you know. Jamal Lewis, I don't know why I didn't have him from the start. I actually had forgotten that Newcastle had signed him. He's actually I think Jamal Lewis is probably their best signing, better than Callum Wilson.
I have him too, Willie. 7 points in the first game week. He could be a little Lundstrom.
He could. I agree with you. He's
down the left wing as well with Sam Maximin.
He loves getting high up the field.
Yeah.
He'll get assists, like, you know.
Yeah.
Douglas is just in there as a dummy. The midfield then is massive. Like, look at that midfield. Fernandes and Greenwood, both guaranteed to start. De Bruyne obviously guaranteed. Foden, when he plays, he'll definitely get points in FPL. Mane, imagine Mane dropped in price by 0.1 of a million. So
wow.
I couldn't keep Salah. So
there's
all right.
Yeah, I'm biting the bullet. And just hoping that Mane bangs. Like I watched the Leeds game, and Mane had as many chances as Salah had. So you just hope that. Look,
I think that's a bit of a joke. I think that's a bit of a joke that he went down 0.1. If you look at all the players who didn't play well, like that's kind of just hitting the top end.
I think it just reflects the amount of people that have just transferred them out to get the United or City assets in. I think it's just unlucky.
Yeah. But anyway, thankfully he did go down to 0.1 so I could get him in. And then up front, I've had to go without a premium striker. Like Richarlison is 8 million. Everton have great fixtures coming up.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about Richarlison at all, but I had to get somebody because I've loaded in midfield. And Jay Rodriguez scored some nice goals in the back end of the season last season. So I think he could be. I could have got Mitrovic in at that price, but I just don't like Fulham. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like them. And Davis Davis could be anything.
Yeah, he's up against Leicester
Davis could be anything for Villa, you know. So I like the team.
Yeah. Hey, William, what about the October 5th? Like Bale might be getting, there's. Do you think you're playing it a bit too soon, or are you just desperate to get United and City in?
Well, I had a terrible game week 1, and I took a lot of risks that didn't work out.
52-51, it's solid, but it's not like Aidan Starman, 36 points ahead of me after game week 1.
I'm furious that Harry Kane didn't get anything. Like for the price that he is, like Harry Kane should be only 9 million, really and truly going on form. He's too expensive.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
William, that brings me to a fan question there. Jason Coyne asked, "Hello, Jason, if you're listening." He was just asking, should he play the wildcard this year? And personally, I think it's a bit of a knee-jerk reaction because we haven't seen Man City play, we haven't seen United play, and there's still a transfer window open there. So, I mean, there's a lot to happen.
And also, we don't know.
Hi, Jason. Thanks.
Also, I want to mention that nobody knows when the double game week with City and United and Burnley and Villa, that's not been announced yet. I'm waiting until that happens if I'm going to do a wild card after October the 5th.
Yeah.
I'd like to come in at that. Thanks for the question, Jason. Nice to hear you're listening every week, Jax. I would hold off on your wild card.
Anyway, we'll move on there.
So, have we all agreed?
Panic button. I have no choice but to do it. Can I just answer that? If I keep the team that I have, then I'm looking at a 30-point week next week, and maybe if I'm lucky, a 30-point game week the following week. I can't do it. I have to go all in here now and hope that the Manchester players bang, and that I, over the next 3 game weeks, get on aggregate 50 points more than Aidan, who's top of the pile. I don't like being mid-table or below mid-table in your league, Vinny, after 6 game weeks.
You're a front runner, William. You're a front runner, and for me, I come from behind, and I gather pace from 10 game weeks to go. The running, William. You know what I'm like. You know, all of you do.
Yeah.
I catch you in the long grass, as they say.
William likes to set the pace.
Well,
Vinny, I just. A couple of more fans.
Yes, far ahead.
I mean, fans are very important to us. So the first fan question is from Fergal Boland. So is say or get rid of him. Thoughts?
I think that Pulisic,
he only select Pulisic.
Yeah,
he only selected Pulisic because.
Yeah. Sorry, go on, William.
Well, I'd say that guy picked a lot of Chelsea players and Brighton players. I haven't seen his team, but he'd be very inclined to pick players in blue and white, the Touring Association, and they succumbed to Ballyhonus recently. So my advice to him would be to ditch the blue and white and get into Pulisic. Is no good. Mark here was raving about Pulisic for the last few weeks. Man, he's bad choice. Get him out.
Vinny, should he keep him?
I think Pulisic should go out because it's about getting points on. It looks like he's out until the 26th of September. And if he's looking to get anybody in for 8.5, you got Mahrez, possible just straight swap there. You've got actually Harrison from Leeds, 5.5 is a bit of a shout. Leeds play Fulham at home this weekend, and Leeds won 3-0, and Harrison scored a goal and assist. So he could be a shout. Or you can get in Greenwood or even the Arsenal player, William. But he's gone up in price, 8.1. So that's something to consider for Fergal Boland.
Can I just make a quick point?
Go on, William.
I just want to make a quick point going back about wildcarding, because an awful lot of people are trying to decide whether they'll wildcard or not. And here's my thinking on it. We're all probably going to end up with Fernandes, Greenwood, De Bruyne at a minimum in your team, or you'll want them after next game week, plus another couple more. So you're going to end up doing. Most people are going to. All you guys are going to wildcard in after 3 or 4 more game weeks. So why not do it now?
Maybe. Yeah, you could be right, William. Time will tell, I suppose.
Just one more question, guys. I said I'd get it in. Patrick Kiley out in Vancouver wants to know, should he keep Brewster? Is he going to go on loan? Should he keep him? He's just thinking about Brewster. He hasn't been.
I think Patrick should hold on to the pipe, Patrick, anyway. Hold on to the pipe. Lake. Brewster is not going to be in Klopp's plans to win a Premier League.
You reckon?
Forget about him for fantasy. Paddy knows this. Paddy should know this. He shouldn't have to be asking this question now. He's a big Liverpool supporter.
Paddy probably picked that transfer now with his Liverpool hat on, no more than Vinny's Spurs hat.
Yeah.
And we can't let our
hats decide things.
Influence our fantasy team. So.
He also just wants to know, is Tiago going to lead Liverpool to 2 in a row? Yes or no?
No. Somebody else will lead them. Salah lead them to it.
Salah will.
Yeah, let's not get too excited about new signings, I don't think. How often in fantasy football does a new signing come in and absolutely smash it in FPL? Very rare. I think you guys get way too excited and worked up by new signings.
Yeah.
Now, the only one I'm excited about is Werner. Werner is gonna.
Yeah. One more question, Vinny. This is kind of aimed at you. Jimmy Cribben, another guy out in Vancouver, a massive fan of the podcast, wants to know: is Bale going to fit into Mourinho's system?
Where I see Gareth Bale is in behind Harry Kane, number 10, and this bodes not so well for Dele Alli. I still like Dele, of course, but I don't think Mourinho rates Dele. He's the problem with Dele. He sets a trap for his own team. He goes forward with it, loses it in the second, third, and then we're on the back foot, where he can pop up with a goal. So Gareth can be very versatile, in that system. I think hopefully with Gareth's pace as well, he can exploit teams with a high line or whatever.
Lovely. That's the fan questions over. Jason Coyne also asked one last thing. Who should he pick for his last man standing weekend? Just shout out a team. Mine is Leeds.
I'd need to look at fixtures.
I'm going to go for City anyway. Man City against Wolves.
Yeah, go on then. City.
Yeah, that's it. Fan questions done, guys. Great to see so many, and we got over 100.
Okay, guys. Let's finish off the. Since we got onto the picks very early with Williams wildcard, which I'm not going to do a wildcard. I'm going to hold off on this as much as I can until after the transfers. I might want to get Bale, and I might even want to get James in. If he fires. So these are the picks for our resident top dogs here, and we'll start with Aidan, the Starman, who here 89 points from game week 1 is destroying all of us.
He's in front of the pack. He's leading the pack.
Yes, he's good, and I'll just get his team up here. Sorry, so slow. Then that's Aidan. Can you explain and see what you're going at?
Yeah, guys, against my kind of method this week, I kind of regretted a small bit. I transferred Marshall in for Jimenez. Jimenez is playing against City, and I had 0.5 in the bank. I think the key to it is to cut out your deadwood. So I probably should have got rid of Havertz or someone who didn't play well like Son. But I got rid of someone who did the business last weekend. So it's kind of going against my method a little bit. I think you should focus on the players who are not playing well, not changing, we'll say, Salah for Aubameyang or for Sterling. But I'm going to take a gamble on it. I'm going to captain Aubameyang, and he's going to score a hat-trick.
I love your team, Aidan. It's so well balanced, even though you got one up front in Martial. Havertz also, you can a straight swap for Pulisic for 8.5. So Fergal, you could just do a ball and you can do a swap there. I love it. I love Ailing as well from Leeds. You see, I am a bit of a fan of Leeds as well. You got a Newcastle thing going on. They've got a nice fixture. Who are they playing? Is it Brighton at home? I think.
Brighton, yeah.
Yeah. So you're sticking with TAA just in case if he score. Yeah. You're going to hold faith with Son as well. I am as well. William, you were right. He was a slow starter.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can get used to it. You can get used to it because you shouldn't have him in your team. That's all I'm going to say. You shouldn't have him in.
Old habits die hard. Anything else, boys?
Aguero is going to be in my team within 2 weeks.
Oh, that's good
info.
Good info. I like
that. How I don't understand, but okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I really, really want to have Willian in my team. Now, Aidan is a massive Willian fan only because I put him on to Willian early last season. Am I right?
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct. And I'm anti-Martial. Anti-Tony, I am.
You hate Tony.
I hate Tony. I can't believe you've Tony up top there. And you know something? He's probably going to bang now. He's probably going to score a brace against Palace.
Class, actually.
Hey, William, you were right about Tony Castagna. You were right about him.
Yeah.
I just want to say that. Well done, William.
Is it? I think I was wrong. Is it not Timothy Castagna?
Oh,
or is it Tony?
okay. I think it's Timothy or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll call him T.
Right, let's go to... okay, boys, let's go to Mark's team. Mark the Oracle, because he comes up with these inspired transfers from nowhere, which is phenomenal. We'll just get his team up there now, and he can explain. Okay.
Yeah,
Has he got Aidan O'Shea in midfield?
Just the one transfer for me this week. I started with Pulisic thinking he was fit. He was declared fit from a hamstring injury and was supposed to start, and then I find out he's not even in the squad, so that was a bit of a stickler. Just one transfer there. I'm bringing in James Rodriguez.
I love it.
I'm not sure about it really. It's a bit of a knee-jerk transfer, but we'll see how it goes. 1.5 million in the bank from that transfer.
Marky, who was the transfer for?
For Pulisic, he just.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I had to get him out, Vinny, because he wasn't starting. He wasn't in the squad, so I just had to get him out.
I don't like the team, to be honest. I think it's very old and dated, especially your front two, Vardy and Ings. And I don't know what the story is, lads, with your man from Wolves there. You have him on the bench, Viagra or whatever they call him. Like everyone got up for Viagra, like they really wanted it, and then it flopped.
It was the Saliba trap, the Saliba for Arsenal. Like that was just a complete trap.
Yeah, me too.
It just wore off.
Like every team I saw in August had this Vinagre in, so I put him in at the start, and I looked him up and there was Wolves fans on Twitter saying he's not going to be on the team.
So
I'm sure I could have told you that. I did tell you that.
So William, you're taking the hatchet to Mark's team then, yeah?
Yeah, but look I shouldn't really be too hard, lads, because I had a terrible game week 1, you know.
Well, I like Vardy now. Like Vardy's a differential. Like
the one thing I'll say about my team is I have potential to change there, and I see like where I'm going to come in for Vardy there, and probably next week or the week after.
Yeah,
then I'll probably bring in De Bruyne or some other City or United asset in midfield. So that'll.
How much have you got in the bank there, Mark, with that team? You must have a few million.
Yeah, 1.5.
Nice one.
Oh,
nice
yeah.
one. Something. Well, just be careful of Kyle Walker-Peters anyway, because he nearly got sent off. He should have got sent off against Palace. Justin, again, very good call there, Mark. Suchik, well, Ings, he probably score against Tottenham. Anyway, I guarantee it. Okay, let's move on. Next one. Right, the next one is Shane the Face. Healy. So looking at this, he's sticking with Mitrovic. Fernandes, captain, Salah. Well, it's quite strong there, isn't it? Really, it's all out Liverpool against Chelsea, quite dangerous, and Werner. So it's one fixture, isn't it? And it's all.
Yeah, I like that team. If Liverpool hold a clean sheet, I think Mitrovic could score 2 goals against Leeds. Werner against Liverpool probably is not going to score, but that is a nice team. And I like how he's captaining Bruno. Are many people captaining Bruno, I wonder?
Well, I own him now, and I'm not going to captain him.
Yeah,
and I disagree with you about Chelsea and Liverpool. Will be a goal fest. I think it could be like 4-4 or something. You know, sure. Liverpool's defence were in tatters against Leeds.
Yeah, Aubameyang and Fernandes are the 2 most captained this week. So just to let you know, I think Aubameyang is most captained, followed by Bruno.
Okay, let's move on. We've got 10 minutes left. This is my team. Obviously, I think Leeds have a good run apart from the next fixture. This is they're playing Fulham next. I'm going to give San Maximum a chance for a while. Sana, of course, the liability. Let's see against Southampton. William, I just managed to get him in when I saw Dele Alli being subbed at half-time. So it was a straight swap for 8 million. So just nicked him in there. Salah, like Salah. Antonio, Ings, a bit dated, as William would say.
Yeah, you put him in during the match. You made a transfer during the match.
Yeah, well, Duncan Handon sent me a text on Facebook, a messenger. He said Delhi's not starting. So within 5 minutes, I made up my mind. This is another thing. If you, like as William was saying, if you're really bulling for a guy, you get him in. You just can't overwhelms you. So I'm just going to give this team a chance for a week or two. I'm not going to panic and see what happens.
Yeah, my advice. One thing I'd advise, guys, if Saint Maximin from Newcastle doesn't score next week, I'd be looking at an alternative there. To be honest, just
on that, Adrian, a nice little alternative there would be Podence from Leeds. I don't know if any of you have seen him, but Jota I think is going to Liverpool now, and Podence is a lovely player. They're 5.5 million. He'll get assists. He'll get goals.
I might want to get Harrison in, actually.
Wolves, yeah.
Otherwise.
Wolves, yeah.
Harrison is a better pick, I think.
Yeah,
Jack
I would
Harrison,
rather get Harrison.
Is he 5.5?
I think he's 5.5 still. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Have you defenders?
Yeah, I've got Walker Peters and the Saliba trap. And Martinez from Arsenal has moved to Villa, so Nyland won't get a start. So that's my team anyway.
That's a great shout, Martinez. Is he 4.5 million? I'd say get him in.
Yeah, well, maybe if he wildcard, it would be an option. Yeah, he'll pick up a lot of saves.
Look at with the wildcard.
So I just want to show you Christy Kilcourse's team. So this is what he's going to go with. He's going to captain Fernandes. He's saved De Bruyne, Salah, Werner, Ings. Again, there's not a lot, not too much at the moment. Mitchell will probably come on for Noble just as well. Arsenal next day. So just wanted to show that he's really interested in last year's winner. Any thoughts?
Is that a Brighton player I see?
Basuma, yeah.
Yeah, Basuma.
He's quite highly owned.
Yeah, I think he's 4.5. That's why he's so highly owned.
I like that team now. That's a nice looking team. Ings, like if Ings blanks, like I'd be getting him out of there after this week as well.
Yeah, I might get him in it.
Well, there's talk of Ings going to Spurs.
Really?
No, that's not
Jota
going to happen anyway. Don't think of this latest is actually that's going to drive Southampton mad tomorrow because they want to destroy Tottenham for all the messing they're doing with Danny Ings. Danny Ings is a Saints childhood fan. He's having a great season. He's not going to move. Okay,
Vinny, are you going to toast to Bale on the podcast?
Yeah, I of course, yeah, I've got some Guinness there.
Let's
just
toast to Bale.
Hello, Gareth Bale. So this is the roundup of the league here. Aidan Phillips is leading it.
It could all change this time next week, boys.
So yeah, I just wanted to go into Joey Neenan's team. He's just kind of not far off behind you there.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
Good player.
So there you go. That's Joey's team. So you got McCarthy, Justin. That's last week's now. That's last week. That's game week 1. Okay, Shane. Shane Luigi Healy, are you there?
Where Shane? What does that sound like?
He's in
Sounds like he's in Fitzers. Are you in Fitzers, Luigi?
A lot of background noise there.
Luigi, camera.
How's it going?
Camera, please.
Luigi, camera, please.
Okay, I'm just going to have to mute him because I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know if he's going through his team right now.
A question there for the top dogs there before we go. One player that caught your eye this week that you're gonna watch or keep an eye on.
I'm going to keep my eye on the Newcastle dude, Wilson, Callum Wilson. Hello, Shane. Hello, Shane.
Hello, guys.
Shane the Face Healy.
Hello, Shane.
Just a quick hello.
How's the
Shane,
mouth?
quick hello. I'm in Milltown on the beer.
That's okay. You made the podcast.
Yeah, just about. I could not leave it.
You couldn't miss it.
Shane, who caught your eye this week on fantasy?
To be honest, this week, guys, I'm going to brave call for Bruno Fernandes, captain.
Yeah.
We just went through it.
What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, a good team, I think, personally. Bruno
Willie
captain of Palace. They'll want to get off on a good foot, so can't fault it.
Yeah. What are you going for? Are you going Aubameyang?
Yeah.
Is everybody going Aubameyang?
I don't own him, so I can't go for him.
Willie, tell him why you are not captaining Bruno.
I don't know. I just think Palace are kind of solid defensively. They put in a good shift against Southampton, where I would have thought Southampton would have, beaten them 2-3-0. And Hodgson builds all his teams around his defence, and United are at home. So as long as Palace don't give away penalties or free kicks in dangerous positions, Palace might even get a result. Who knows? If United were playing West Ham or someone, I'd be making Bruno captain.
Yeah, I tell you, I kind of did my premeditated sub from Son to Bruno. I had it organised from the start of the year, so I went with it. I stuck to my guns, and I'm going for it.
Yeah.
That's fighting
Shane,
talk.
have you any fan questions? We went through five fan questions. Have you any?
Well, we've only got a minute left, boys. We have to say our goodbyes. Okay,
lads.
Okay, we'll have to leave it at that, boys, for today. We had a little hello. We had a little hello from Shane there. And guys, thanks very much for coming on the podcast. It was really interesting. We got lots of stuff done. And Aidan, so you fancy you're going to keep the good form going on 87 points?
Yeah, I'm 100% going to be top this time next week.
Good lad. And before we go, I want to play Shane. Listen to this. Okay, I wanted to get